All right. Hello, everyone. Dr. Andrew Von Plitt here again. It's been a little while, so there's some catching up to do here. If you have not seen already, the most recent video in the Taiji 10 series went up this morning. And start my timer here so that I don't drag on forever as I do this. But yeah, so the connecting moves 1 through 7 is up now, and hopefully in the very near future, I'll get move 8 up. But no guarantees as to how soon that will be. Things have been wildly busy for me, so I apologize for the long delay and the long gap between videos, but I'm fairly certain there won't be that long of a gap between this video and the next one that goes up. So today, what I'm going to focus on is just answering some questions. There have been a lot of comments that have come in since the last time I was on here. And so I have some questions to answer here. So I'm just going to go through those. If you have any questions while you're watching the live stream, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. I will try to get to those as soon as I can. And let's see. So this one is from, and if I miss anyone's questions, I apologize. I will try to not miss any, but there are quite a few. So I'll do my best here. This question is on a Qigong Basics video. This is from a user named Christine Spicone. And let's see. Christine says, position of the tongue, explanation brilliant. Some people make a hissing sound, placing the tongue in the gap between meridians when moving through exercises, almost as a reminder to place the tongue in the gap after inhaling through the nose and completion of movement. What do you think? Thanks. So, I mean, if that is a great cue to help you remind or remember to put the tongue against the roof of the mouth to complete that circuit, or to open up the back of the throat so that breathing has less turbulence, that's fine. But it partially, not completely, but partially, and of course, depending on how you view why you're doing this, partially defeats some of the purpose. And the reason I say that is because part of the purpose of the tongue placement when you're doing Qigong is to open up the back of the throat to make space and make room there so there's minimum turbulence when you're breathing, to reduce, drying out the throat and basically disrupting your breathing in that way. So, and I talked about that a little bit in that video. So usually the recommendation when you're doing Qigong, unless you're doing a specific kind of breathing that is supposed to be loud, is that you shouldn't hear the breathing at all. It should just be silent, like silk moving in and out of the nose. And so that sounds like a terrible thing to have happen, but that's the phrase that I learned. So yeah, I would say, if you need that as a reminder to keep the tongue against the roof of the mouth, then fair enough. But I would try to get away from that and focus more on not having any sound or minimum turbulence in the nasopharynx when you are breathing. So that's my thoughts on it, and I hope that's helpful. Thanks for the comment, Christine. All right. Going to a comment from Tony Rodriguez, who is a supporting member. Thank you, Tony, for being a supporting member. This one is on the Taiji 24 form series, connecting moves 1 through 9. And Tony says he had to relearn the single whip from bird's tail. Practice, and more practice. Yeah, it's a constant process of learning and relearning and fine tuning. So I'm glad you're keeping at it and you're continuing forward, Tony. Thanks for sharing. Let's see. A comment on a connecting moves video 1 through 24 of the 24 form series. Andrea La Placa says, thanks, this is great. Glad to hear you enjoyed it, Andrea. Let's see. Oh, this is an interesting question. So this is from Qigong Basics video number 2, focused on the bubbling well, or the Yongchuan point. And this user's name is Simon2K17. And Simon2K17 says, when you draw up, do you also breathe in? I've been focusing on going deep down by breathing out. So there's not really a straightforward answer to this. When you're focusing on what your feet are doing, typically when you're focusing on the Yongchuan point, when you breathe in, you're drawing up from the feet toward the lower dantian. When you breathe out, you're pushing down toward the feet, down through the legs. Excuse me. That's not a good sign. Kermit may be back. Um, so, but the up and down that happens when you're breathing, what I discussed in that series was a breathing pattern where when you breathe in, your focus is the lower dantian. So the drawing in at the lower dantian is the focus. So whether it's, excuse me, whether it is the Renmai Dumai pattern, the inhale is the downward part drawing to the lower dantian, and the inhale is coming up from the feet toward the lower dantian. That's your focus. And then as you exhale, you expand from there through the body. That's just one way of doing it. Your question was specifically about the feet. I will say typically, yes, that's what you're doing is drawing up as you inhale, breathing out, and going down the legs as you exhale. But there is a common breathing pattern when you're doing the Renmai Dumai circulation, where as you inhale, you draw up the back, and as you exhale, you drop down. And that's done for other reasons, really, other than focusing on the expansion and contraction of the lower dantian. So sort of yes, but not always yes. So it kind of depends on what your focus is. But like I said, at the feet, then typically yes, that's what you're doing. So hopefully that was helpful. It kind of depends on who you're working with and their style of approach. There are differences in sympathetic versus parasympathetic activation with inhalation and exhalation, and so it seems that a lot of the breathing patterns and what's paired with the breathing pattern is supposed to, like, obviously, when these things were created, it wasn't, the thought process wasn't, we're activating the sympathetic system as we inhale. Um, but that, having that knowledge can help you understand a little bit more about what it is that you're doing when you inhale and exhale, paired with what you're focusing on and what the practices that you're doing as you do that intention of drawing in or moving up or, expanding or pushing down. So I hope that was helpful. It was kind of a convoluted answer, but so tentatively, yes, sometimes you are drawing up when you inhale and pressing down when you exhale. Generally, yes, but not always. So with that, I hope that was helpful. Thank you for the question. That was a fun one. It looks like someone left a comment in the live stream. This is Greg Chan, who says hello and thank you. Will you be continuing the 10 form after the 7th step? Yes, I will. I have been very, very busy. I guess I'll just go into it. So during April, my in-laws treated my wife and I to a bit of a vacation, and that was much needed. And I had planned to do some videos while we were on this vacation, but we did not have good internet. And honestly, I was too busy enjoying myself to take the time to make videos. So while I was on vacation, that did not happen. When I came back, I've basically been playing catch up, mostly with my clinical responsibilities since I've been back, and I'm close to catching up, but I'm not quite there. So I have a little bit, like a very little bit of wiggle room, which is why I got the video up this morning and why I'm doing this live stream now. And then I've got to get back to it after this. So yes, there are more videos coming. I am going to continue the 10 series after the 7th step, but it might be, I can't guarantee how long the intervals will be between videos, but my hope is that it will not be as long as this most recent interval. And it looks like I'll be able to get them up more consistently after this. So thank you for the question, and I hope that's good news for you. So I am going to go on to the next comment on a video here. Let's see. So this is another one from Tony Rodriguez, who is a supporting member. This one is on the Taiji 24 form connecting moves 1 through 18. So thank you again, Tony, for being a supporting member. And thanks to all the supporting members out there. This is a little bit of a long comment / question. So I'm going to try to get through this and get a good answer to you. Hopefully a good answer to you. Let's see. Tony says, one step in pause for me. Having a little trouble aligning my directions when I turn to start the snake pose. Initially, my snake pose wasn't good, but with more practice, I'll get it. I lose it when doing the second snake pose. I have to stand down and go back, review the instruction series. Looks like he's enjoying the instruction series. Okay, so it looks like it was more a comment and basically saying that during the Snake Creeps Town, the second Snake Creeps Town, there's some issues with alignment and direction, it sounds like. And so he's going to be going back to the instruction videos on that series to get some more details. That's a great plan, Tony. I know this is an old comment, so this probably isn't a particularly relevant response at this point, but that's really what these series are designed for. I have videos that are instruction videos that give you the details. And then there are connecting movement videos that basically say, how do you put all these individual movements together? And so if you're just following the connecting moves videos, there's a lot of detail that's going to be missed. So, or if you forget a movement, that's why those individual videos for the specific movements are there. So hopefully those are good resources for all of you going back to get the details. So keep it up, Tony. Thanks for the comment. Let's see. Okay, so this one is also from Tony. So welcome back, Tony. This one is on the 24 form last movement of the instruction videos. Um, Looks like he's enjoyed the series. Let's see. The option to not go low in the snake stance is great. Glad to hear that was helpful for you. So there, for those of you who haven't been through that series yet, I do give an option for a snake creeps down or low single whip. Both names work for that movement, where you can do it in a low stance or a higher stance, which a lot of people opt for. So I'm glad that was helpful for you, Tony. Let's see. One problem I'm having is trying to find a Tai Chi teacher who practices Yang Tai Chi. The senior center has someone who does Paul Lam 73 form. Is there a listing of who teaches it? I'm not sure. I don't know where you'd be able to go find a listing of instructors in your area, other than just searching Taiji instructors in a certain area on Google. Uh, Honestly, if the only person available is teaching Paul Lam 73 form, it's not going to hurt anything to get in on that. I know that you're focusing on the 24 form right now, so it's probably a good idea to just kind of finish getting that into your muscle memory before you start a new form. But I think the benefits of working in a group and having an in-person instructor um, kind of outweigh the downsides of it not exactly matching what you're learning from these videos. So when you feel comfortable with what you've learned with the 24 form in your own practice, I would say jump in and try to learn. If you don't find anyone else that you feel like interests you more in what they're teaching, then I would say jump in on the Paul Lam 73 form because that's good stuff to know too. So sorry to hear that you're having trouble finding someone in your area, though. I know that's a common problem for a lot of people. So thank you for the comment. I hope you find someone that matches what you're looking for in an instructor there. Let's see. So it looks like this next comment is on Tai Chi 24 forum series as well. The user's name is VBACS22, who's also a subscriber. So thank you for being a subscriber. And they say they've seen a lot of tutorials and videos and they really enjoy these. They feel like these are the best. So thank you for that comment. I'm glad to hear that these are helpful for you and you're getting so much out of it. Let's see. Oh, so this is on Tai Chi 10 form demonstration video. And the user's name is Richard Yoshida. And Richard says, please let me know the name of and info of this song. It's my favorite. Thank you. I will see. I'll see if I can find that. I purchased that, like the music that I use in my videos, the old videos that I like, the really old videos, is actually music of me just messing around on a keyboard because I needed music and I couldn't find anything in my price range that I could use for my videos. So I made some. And for better or worse, that's what people can hear on those videos, those really old videos. When the music actually got, to be something people would want to hear, that's when I actually purchased some music. And I don't actually remember the name of the company I purchased it from. And I'll see if I can find that info, but I don't remember that off the top of my head. It was just stock music that was available. It was like $20 to buy unlimited rights to the songs. So I got 2 songs, and I've just basically used them to death since then because that's what fits my budget. So yeah, I don't have a good answer for you right now, Richard, but I'll see what I can find out. So thank you for the question. Um, let's see. Oh, there's my timer. So we're going to turn that off. I'm going to get this last question, and then we're going to wrap things up because we are at 15 minutes. So this is on Taiji 10 form video, and this is from username Laura Gwen. And Laura says, "Thank you for posting this update. These are super helpful. I mentioned this new series to my instructor. He is now recommending them to our class. That's awesome. As usual, thank you for the slow, careful focus on details." Thank you so much, Laura, for bringing this series to the attention of your instructor. And please feel free to pass my gratitude on to your instructor for recommending these videos. I really hope that they make a big difference for a lot of people. That's why I put them up here. So thanks for sharing that with me. And yeah, that's wonderful to hear. So thank you. I think that's a good note to end this video on. There are many, many more comments that I need to get to. So hopefully in the near future, I will have time to do another live stream and we will get to those other questions. If you have any questions that you would like answered, please put them in the comments below and I'll try to get to them. Maybe not in the next video, but in an upcoming video. So wishing you all the best. Hope you have been well. Hope you have all been continuing your training and your practice. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.